Do it, Leo.
Do what?
Do the intro.
No.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Come on.
You do it all the time. Do it.
Do it. Pretend nobody's watching and do it.
No. Do it. No. Quit being.
Do it. This is going to be on there anyway. You might as well do it now.
Hey, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you have a great day. And
So, hey, I know what you're thinking. We need to work on that intro just a little bit. She needs to be able to drag out the hey a little bit longer. It's more like, hey, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day. Did you catch that? We'll work on that. But anyway, look, I got a new spreader. It's for salt only. It's the Chapin stainless steel. I bought this thing from Northern Tool online. It was like $449, $450. I think the shipping on it was free. I can't remember. I've had a big issue with my salt spreaders. I've had 2 or 3 of those salt dogs, and my opinion, they're flat out crap. One of them, I think we got to use it one storm, and it just broke. The gears in the bottom just locked up, seized up, freezed up, whatever. They wouldn't work. So I got tired of messing with all that cheap stuff. And you know me, I can't stand cheap equipment, cheap tools. I'm the value guy. I'd much rather spend a little bit more money and get the top quality stuff. And of course, I'm very guilty in years past of buying the cheaper stuff and just trying to get away with it, and it just never works out. If I had any bit of advice to a younger lawn care guy or gal coming up in the industry, is to save your pennies and go and buy the good stuff the first time, and it lasts longer, performs better, the whole 9 yards. So I went on, bit the bullet. I've done some research on this. It's the Chapin spreader. It's 100% stainless steel, the entire thing. So we're going to put it together and see what it looks like. Check out that grate. That's a really nice grate. These holes are about, I'm gonna say that's in between 3/4 to 1 inch. I'm gonna say it's more like a 1 inch, 1 inch square right there. It'll let that salt flow through pretty easily. Nice little, there's all your nuts and bolts and washers. Looks like a pretty good hopper cover. You can see that's the Chapin model 82500B. Limited lifetime warranty. All right, so anytime I'm putting something together that's got several nuts and bolts, whether it be a piece of furniture or that IKEA stuff you might go buy, or you name it, anything that requires multiple nuts and bolts, a bed, something like that. I always like to put my nuts and bolts in, put it all together, hand tight, loose. That way, you might get down toward the end and your holes might not line up quite right, and you need your nuts and bolts to be loose. That way you can kind of adjust it around to get your nut and bolt in. So I'm gonna put it together hand tight and then go back and hit everything and tighten it up. Here's kind of like the agitator that goes down in it. Looks pretty cool. It'll go down on the pin for the whirlybird or the spinner. That key right there goes in there just like that right there. Yeah, that'll work. Now, one thing I don't like about this is see how the head of that bolt is kind of recessed back in here like that. I'm not crazy about that because when you pull it tight, that's going to kind of sink in a little bit and you can't really get a wrench head on it. It won't slide down on it all the way. So I got lucky. I had a few washers out there in the garage. I'm going to go and put these washers on and kind of flatten that out. You see how I got that washer on there now? That'll kind of assure me next time I need to, for whatever reason, replace that bolt or whatever, I can get a wrench on the end of it and not have any issues. Alright, so I pretty much got it all put together and you can see it's just kind of loose. Now I can go around and give everything a good tighten. And this is millimeter stuff. This is a 10 millimeter right here. You got these little plug doodads that fill in those holes right there. I like that. That's a super tight fit. Usually you get these things and they're crap. They don't want to go in. I mean, they go in, but then they fall out in 5 minutes. Those aren't going anywhere. Make sure you pick that up off the hardwood floor, because if you scratch it, Mama will have your hide. Yes, you will. Next are your grips. You slide these on. They're pretty tight too. That's on. That one's on. So here's all your spare parts. This drives me absolutely bananas, not knowing exactly where this goes because it's nowhere in the book anywhere. I know these two right here are spare bushings for the shaft. I'm guessing this pin here would be a spare pin for the agitator. And I think this bolt right here is going to be spare for right here where the whirlybird is that makes the gears turn. And these spare washers, I swear, there's your other cotter key for the other side of the wheel. But again, there's no instructions in it. We'll probably try to give these guys a call just to double check and see what's up with that, because that's just very strange. Here's your parts list for the what's supposed to come in the package, and none of these are on this list. So it's got to be spare parts. That's the only thing I'm coming up with. Now, I do not like this hopper cover at all. Look at all the excess string I've got. that could get tangled up in the whirlybird down there. Spinner, whatever you want to call it. And this thing is extremely loose. It's got one of these little drawstring type deals where you squeeze this and then you adjust it, and then when you want it to stop, you let go. But look at that. Look at how loose that is. There's absolutely no way that hopper cover is going to stay on this thing when you're outside working with it. No way. Don't like this hopper cover at all. Looks like they really cheaped out on it. I mean, it's literally, you can see that it's literally it's 1.5 inches too big for the actual hopper. And then when you go to tighten it down, it will not stay tight at all. I'm gonna get it as tight as I can get it, and then we'll see how easy it is to pull it off. All right, so that's about as tight as I can get it without actually breaking it, and watch this. So, don't like that at all. I don't like that. So I'm gonna either have to modify this somehow, or either get somebody to make one that'll actually fit it better. Just pouring down snow, you definitely want that on there for sure. All right, so I'll give you a little walk around tour. The tires, I really like them. They're really nice, thick and beefy. It'd be really difficult to wear these things out. The tires are really, really nice. It comes standard with these flip ups right here. So you can flip these up and spread the salt wide, or you can close it down on all fours like that. And it'll keep the salt contained on the sidewalk. That's a neat feature. It even has a blocker in the back. Not that the spreader's gonna throw it out the back, but that'll be just kind of useful to keep it off the operator. Here is your controls right here for opening and closing. You can adjust this one, you know, kind of like your preset. So when you open it up, it will only, you know, go that far, which is really nice. And again, it's 100% stainless steel. Every single drop of it, the handlebar, controls, even the hopper is stainless steel. The whole 9 yards. So stainless steel, rubber, and plastic. Now I do like this part about it. Look at the opening on this thing. It's really nice. You can go as wide as you want, or you can dial it back, of course, depending on how much you want to put out. But I like this gate because even if you get a big chunk of salt that gets through, it can kind of work its way down through there. I like that. And here's your grate that goes in. Man, that's nice. That's a really, really nice setup. I am just so disappointed in that daggone hopper cover. It seems like to me they put all this hard work and nice quality into the entire spreader, and they crapped out on the hopper cover. When I call them and ask them about those spare parts, I'm definitely going to ask them about that hopper cover and see what's up with that. So obviously I'm not outside. I don't have any weight in it, but it pushes super easy. I think that's because of these bigger tires, these oversized tires. Man, I really, really like this thing. It's a very stout quality spreader. you know, of course we just need a little more snow, and we can go out and try it out and see how it works. I'm sure it's gonna work absolutely fine, except for that stupid hopper cover. The impeller is not reversible. You know, like on the permagreens, when you wear out the top blades on the impeller, you can take it off and flip it over, and you pretty much get two impellers for one. But this one, there are no fins on the bottom, so once you wear the impeller out, you gotta go buy another one. My experience with these flip-up covers, with every single salt spreader I've ever owned, with every brand, they're all crap. They won't stay down like you want them. They want to fold in and flop out, and everything I don't like them at all. These actually have nuts and bolts on the front and back side, where it has a nut that goes through the flap and a bolt on the back side. And then it also has wing nuts to where you can loosen the wing nut and take this off pretty easily if you wanted to. So I really like that feature. It seems like it's going to stay in place when you get it set where you want it. So I feel like it's missing a little something. Let's put this right here. Oh yeah. Now I guess it would be more fitting if it said get your salt right or get your spreader right, but we'll go with the dirt. Alright, so there you go. We'll see how this thing pans out. We'll see how it works. We'll try to catch a video out in the field using it and give you some kind of feedback after we've used it for a while and see what we think. Again, it was about 450 bucks. It's an expensive spreader, but I honestly believe we take care of this. This spreader will last us 20 years. No more snow than we get. It will last us quite a bit of time, or quite a long time. So that's kind of my thought process on it, why I bought it, why I spent the extra money to get the high quality stuff. Those salt dog spreaders I got, they're up under an old shed at the shop and don't work anymore. And if somebody wants them, you can come get them, you can have them. They're not all that great to me, or at least I haven't had a good experience with them. I guess you could put it like that. So like, subscribe, and share, all that cool stuff. And don't forget about my email sign up. It's in the description. Now you need to be subscribed to the channel and on my email list. And I'm gonna go through the email list starting January 1st, the first week of every month from here on out until I get tired of giving stuff away. And we'll do a drawing off of that email list. And it might be the adjuvant, it might be a biostimulant package, it might be whatever. I've got something really, really cool that we're gonna go out here on the carport, or we'll go to the shop and we'll build it and we'll video it building it. And it's gonna kind of be the way I select the prize. So it's gonna be a really cool thing I got planned. So I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want one of these spreaders, of course, now I haven't used it, so I don't know how it's going to work in the field, but if you want one, I highly recommend it. Just by the feel and touch of it, and just from knowing what I know about spreaders. Now, could you use this spreader for fertilizer in your yard? Well, I don't see why you couldn't. You could kind of have a 2-for-1 deal. If you get bunches of snow, a lot of snow during the year, and you want something to put salt out, ice melt, you could use it for ice melt and then use it for fertilizer. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work for that. So you get kind of like a 2-for-1 deal on that. So I like it. So I think you'd be making a good purchase if you got it. So thank you for watching. We'll check you later.